All right, here we go. How is everybody doing? Thanks for joining in. Chaotic Compass podcast. Stephanie here. Just me again, solo. Um, just I don't know about you. Okay, I kind of hit on this last week, but everybody has a story, right? Okay, everybody has a story. And everybody's been through some shit, especially with last year, 2020 being the dumpster fire that it was. But everybody has a story, and it's so cool to. I have been privileged enough. My website, have a few people that have submitted their stories, and I haven't really been comfortable enough to share them yet. Those people are willing to share them, but I haven't been able to kind of want to incorporate it into something, and I just haven't really been able to figure out how to do that just yet. So they're coming, I promise. But so I just I want to kind of okay, this is just serious and just kind of getting into it, but it's okay, so I've been married 3 times. I've been through divorces twice. Okay, devastating divorces. Pick me up off the floor. This is nasty divorces, okay? And I've had children with those divorces, so it was not pretty, okay? And I have started numerous jobs, okay? And most of the time it was because I needed to get out of those situations. But there have been a few times where I didn't have a choice. I had to start all over again with jobs because of the situation. Like, I was a real estate agent for a while, and I had to stop being a real estate agent because my husband, cheated on me, and I found out, and I was getting divorced, and I was going to be on my own, and being commission only with 2 kids, I couldn't see how that was going to happen. So, and then the last time working at the marina, and I had so many visions of buying it and growing it and building it, and it was just, the whole carpet was ripped out from underneath of me, and it was really hard to come back from, especially when I was still living at that marina. I'm no longer living at that marina, so it's better, but I I feel like there have been so many years. It's just been like one thing after another. I can literally tell you, 2014. I mean, I'm not going to go way back, okay? Just stick with me. But 2014, I had gotten divorced, and so I had to quit my job as a real estate agent, and I got a job at a landscaping company as their accounts receivable, and it was just not a good fit. And and then 2015 I started the new job at the marina, and then I met Ryan, but was in a pretty toxic relationship, and 2015 was not my best year. 2016 was, I don't remember any distinctive things that come out to mind. But I know that I was really struggling to gain my footing in working in not only a male-dominated industry, but an industry I didn't know a lot about, and being the marine world. 2017 was the year that I really advocated for myself to get help, and that was pretty much the detriment of my my career with that marina. It was viewed as me being needy, I guess. I couldn't put my words on it. And this is my assumption, obviously. It's not, I can't put it on as factor, but there's always 3 sides: his, hers, and the truth, and that's my side. But 2018, I was let go from that job. Luckily, I was able to pick up and start as a project manager for a small company, a small construction company, but I still lived at the marina where I used to work at. That was hard. having all these audacious goals and dreams and visions, and with a snap of a finger, literally a snap of a finger, it was gone. And having to start again at a new company and learning all new things. I had no idea about construction. I'm a quick learner. I will give myself that. But oh my gosh, so many tears. And then my grandmother died in 2018. She was my person. I always equate, everybody's got one person on this planet, and she was that. She was, I'm not going to try to get emotional here, but she was that person that I valued her opinion most. And not having her on this planet is really hard. Not having the ability to just give her a call is it still, I still can't believe it, right? Having somebody in your life until I was 33, 32 at the time, and so having somebody in your life for over 30 years and you're able to call them about whatever, it's so crazy. And then 2019, I'm still trying to figure out my job, and then my husband, on April Fool's Day, no less, this is a good story, on April Fool's Day, no less, my husband, as a what is it when you show somebody how much you love them? Oh my gosh, I don't even know the word. God. It was like equivalent to a bouquet of flowers, like quit his job. But not like he just turned in his notice on April Fool's Day, no less, right? And I'm thinking it's a joke. Everybody I was telling thought it was a joke too. It was no joke. And then trying to get him a new job and trying to get things going. In the midst of that, we had to move because he no longer works there. I no longer work there, so we had to get a new house. Rent a new house. And that market was ridiculous. And trying to be specific and finding a home in the school district for my son because I didn't want him to have to suffer for the things that we had done. That was hard. I know, I get sucked down to these holes. I'm just trying to show you I've been through the crap, right? Okay, so and then 2019, my husband starts a brief job, and that it shows you really that he is meant to do his own thing. And so he starts up his own company. And then we get married. And snap of a finger, get married. We got married on a Thursday night. Hey, what are you calling everybody on a Monday? Hey, what are you guys doing this Thursday night? Oh, nothing. Why? What's up? Do you want to come to a wedding? Oh, who's getting married? Oh, us. Literally, our speech for everybody. So that was 2019, and then, of course, the dumpster fire 2020. Right. And then 2021 has been hold my beer with how many ever lawyers I have talked to on different occasions, and her boat being just destroyed. It's ended up being $45,000 worth of work, almost $50,000 worth of work, but still a lot in the middle of our season, and we haven't recouped from it. And so it's a lot. And just over the years, it's just been one thing after another, and it's been a lot. But yes, sis, it has been a lot. But you made it through. You got back up. There was one time in 2015 I really didn't want to. And I did try to end my life, and I regret it now because I don't want my children to grow up not having me as their person. I don't want them to grow up and me not see it. I don't want to know if Kylie gets into interior design or if Liam becomes an architect. I want to see that stuff. And I wouldn't have met I met him, but I wouldn't have fallen in love with my amazing husband, and I wouldn't have been able to meet his amazing kids and fall in love with them. So I have been through a lot, but it has empowered me. It has empowered me to find the resilience and gain the resilience to keep getting back up. And that is me. I am resilient. I talked about this last week. I am a warrior. I don't know where that fire has come from, but it is there. Okay? And I can only attest to the things that I have been through, and I feel like I don't have any options. I have to keep getting back up. It has to be a thing. I have to keep pivoting. I have to make the money for the business. I have to show up for my kids. I have to. Because if I don't, what's the alternative, right? And that's not an option for me. I don't want to do that. I want to be there for my kids. I want them to have a mom. They deserve a mom, right? And so I have a hard time with the, okay, I'm snotting everywhere, sorry. With even fathoming the alternative now. I know I did in 2015. I've had those thoughts creep in, and that's something I struggle with a lot, but my kids are the thing that keep pushing me through. But that's what empowers me, okay? Knowing that I am resistant, knowing that I am resilient, knowing that I am a warrior, knowing that I have this to light a fire underneath of me, and I just have to remember my why. What is your why? What is the reason why you get up? Is it to go pay bills, or is it because you love your job, or what is it? Like why do you get up in the morning? Because you need to figure out your why. And that's what empowers you. Your why is going to give you that fire. And so you've really got to dig down, like, what do you want to do with your life? And figure it out. And that's, I really had that heart to heart with my own self just recently. And so it's like, chick, you are a warrior. You have empowered yourself with awesomeness, and anything you don't know, you can figure out. Seriously. That is a growth mindset to unimaginable things. Like, you can figure it out, sis. Let's go. Let's Google it. Let's go. This is why I'm doing this podcast, because I learned it on a YouTube video. Okay. It might not be the greatest. Okay. It's not perfect. Every time I listen to one, I'm like, oh crap, it was a garbage truck instead of a dump truck that was on fire. And that's funnier, but it is what it is. And so, or it's not, regardless, I'm going to get into all the little things that I've noticed over all of my podcasts and how I'm a perfectionist and how I picked it apart. But it's like, I know it's not the greatest. I know it's not perfection. And I know that I need to work on it, but I'm learning. And every day I try to learn something new about how to be better and how to do better. And here I am. This is what I'm doing. What are you doing to do that? Right, sis? What are you doing to be better than yesterday? Right? That's all you need to worry about. Not that woe is me and shit happens. Shit happens, and I'm sorry. God, sis, I'm so sorry. Especially with the last 18 months. Shit happens. Shit keeps happening. Oh my God. I can relate. I can empathize. Oh my gosh. I just talked about this in last week's episode. I have so much empathy. I feel everything. I can feel it. Okay. And it hurts. It hurts my heart to listen to all the freaking stories of all the businesses that are closing and all the businesses that are hurting and all the people that don't have jobs right now and all the businesses that are hurting because they can't find people to work. And oh my gosh. And I'm not even getting into the politics and the bull crap, okay? Because I don't have a side. I am in the middle. I see left and I see right, okay? My parents are hardcore Republicans, but my grandmother was a hardcore Democrat, and I'm in the middle, okay? Because, like, I am pro-abortion, and I'm probably going to get beat up for this. I am pro-abortion, but I'm all for women's rights, but them babies deserve a chance. And if they can get a chance, they deserve a chance. And the adoption process should be easier. And there should be more options for families that are longing to have a baby in their family. It shouldn't cost thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to get one of the children that are in foster care and that are in the orphanages. Wow. Orphanages? The children that are orphans, that have lost everything, okay? They deserve a family, okay? I read a story, right? I'm getting way off subject, but you know, when I do, like, I get fired up and like, let's go, okay? Like, my neck gets to snapping and like, here we go. Read a story about this kid. He was adopted and it was like for 7 years and now he's like 16. Oh, sorry, it's not a he. They. Their pronouns are they and them, okay? And if you disagree with they and them and it's weird, but just shut up, okay? Like, I don't want to hear it, right? This kid, it's a kid, 16. They identify as non-binary, not a he, not a she, it's a they and then them. And their adoptive parents are like, oh no, no, we don't love you anymore. And put them back into foster care. I'm sorry. I thought, maybe I'm wrong. Oh my gosh. Please correct me if I'm wrong. And I'm going to see it in the comments. I know it. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But when you adopt a child, a dog, an animal, it's for the life of you or that animal. It's not, oh, I'm moving to Germany and they don't allow dogs. No. It's not, my child decided to be non-binary, so I don't love them anymore. It's not a freaking sweater. You can't return it to the mall, okay? It's not how this works. You love them, okay? You need to go to therapy. That's what needs to happen. And you need to figure out what's going on in your family and you need to talk it out. You need to have some communication. That's what needs to freaking happen instead of you turning off the light switch and returning that poor child. Oh, I just want to have a big enough house. I know I have 4 kids already. I just want to have a big enough house where I could just take them all in and just love on them all. The kids, the dogs, the cats. Well, my son's allergic to cats, but you know what I mean? Like, it kills my heart when I hear about animal cruelty and kids being beaten and not loved. And it just, all the empathy, every bit of it. Damn it. That wasn't even on my list, and I'm sorry, okay, but get some regroup here. Sorry, my bad. Okay, right. Okay. Shit. All right, let's go ahead and get into the drinking portion of this because Stephanie got all riled up and she probably needs a sip of something to cool down. All right, let's go. All right. Okay. So today, shout back out to, if you didn't listen to my podcast last time, Early Birds Bottling Company in Poquoson, Virginia. I found they have amazing, all the beers, all the ciders, all the wines. They have so many things. They were trying to, stock up with things you can't normally find in like the local supermarket or your grocery store. So today I got, it's Artifact is the company. I've never heard of them. Apparently they do small batches of all of their ciders. But their cider is called Slow Down. Yes, please. I would love to freaking slow down. Like, you just saw me get all revved up about some kid that got returned like a sweater. Slow Down by Artifact. It is in a 16-ounce can. Love the tall cans, you guys, of course, but it's 6 ounces, or 6%, 6 ounces. It's 6% alcohol. Love it. Love the little, can. It kind of looks like oysters on the outside, but hopefully it doesn't taste like an oyster, but let's. Twangy. Tart. It's tarty. But it's good. Definitely different. But yeah, so drinking to slow down because Stephanie gets all ripped up. Okay. Go check them out. Artifact is the name of the company, and Slow Down is the flavor of this cider. It kind of tastes like a dried out apple. It's got a really dry finish, like, you know those yeah, like the dehydrated fruits, the apples that they have at like the store, kind of tastes like that, and they put it in there. I don't know how it's space fruit in a bottle, in a can. It's fine. All right, so, okay. I've been through a lot, right? I've been through a lot. I drink a lot. It's whatever. But I'm telling you, okay, I have had these moments in my life, and it's like, you know, looking back, and it's like these little puzzle pieces. It's okay. All right, so my husband's company and this all started, believe it or not, us drinking in the house and a whiteboard and a dry erase marker, okay? And even when we began with the names of the companies, we never knew where it was going to lead. We just formed the LLCs and just went with it, right? Formed Chaotic Compass back in 2018, I think it was. Or maybe it was the beginning of 2019. I can't remember. I have to look. But I never knew forming those at the beginning of January of these years. It had to have been 2019 because things like rapidly went crazy in 2019. And we actually used my husband's LLC to form his company, and mine was kind of still on the back burner, you know, and I hemmed and hawed around with this, and I didn't, you know, it took me 2 years because I'm a perfectionist, and I was worried and I freaked out, and it's just like, you should have started 3 years ago, Stephanie, but no better time than now. But I know that I've been through some shit, but this is how, like, this came about. Like, we started it with alcohol and a whiteboard and a dry erase marker. It was just because we had so many audacious dreams, and we wanted to be able to grow and create and cultivate, and neither one of those ideas has come to fruition. They have pivoted and pivoted and pivoted, and my husband has a mobile marine company, which is totally sidetracked, and I have a podcast and an actual functioning website. I had to learn everything from YouTube. I would have never. It's so crazy. But you have to start somewhere. You've got an idea in your head. I know it. I know you have an idea in your head. And you think that it's crazy, right? You think that it's crazy. I read the book Girl Wash Your Face, and that was a pivotal moment for me. Okay? I'm not preaching about Rachel Hollis, and I don't really listen to her much anymore. But that started it all for me. And reading that book, and then having a oh shit moment, like, let's get your shit together. We had the brainstorm, and I think it was literally within a month or so, and my husband was putting in his notice. We had talked, and I yelled because he wasn't backing what he had actually said, and on April Fool's Day he was like, yeah, I turned in my resignation, and I'm like, haha, that's so funny, April Fool's on you. And it's like, no, really, I did. And it's like, oh shit, thanks for the, like, we talked about it, but we didn't really talk about it. Like, we needed a timeline and a plan and a step-by-step action. That's how I work. Like, we can't just like put it on a whiteboard and then go. I originally wanted to flip houses. Like, that makes sense of chaotic compass for me, you know, to flip something upside down, make it crazy, and then put it back together. Like, that made sense to me. But now I'm taking the chaos of my own life and making sense of it, and hopefully navigating somebody else's chaos with them. You know, not side by side, but, you know, my words have resonated through people, which if I could just help one person, that's my goal. I just want to help one person, and I have, which yay me, you know, but I'm not trying to gloat. I'm not trying to, but that was the whole point of it. You have a crazy idea. I know it. Everybody does. Everybody has crazy ideas. Okay. Think about the person that started with brain surgery, right? I don't know the dude's name. I know it was a dude because dudes did everything back in the day, but think about that guy for a hot minute. Yeah, I'm going to cut into your head. 99.9% thought you were crazy, except for that one homie that's like, okay, whatevs, I'm gonna die anyway, so. And how many times did it take for them to get it right? I mean, that's the other thing. You want something, you gotta keep falling. How many times did you fall to walk, right? Just, if you keep thinking about how many times you fell to learn how to walk, you've got this, okay? How much anxiety did you have learning to drive a car, right? I know I did. Hell, my anxiety was through the roof, and then I tried to learn how to drive a car with my mom. That was a nightmare, and it was a stick shift. This chick almost ran into the freaking living room of our own house because I couldn't remember all of the steps, and braking wasn't one of them. Well, I had it in first gear going 20 through our driveway. It's fine. I didn't do it last minute, and remember the brake is fine, okay? And my mother swore up and down that she was never going to drive with me ever again. So it was only my father. But I learned how to drive, and I'm better than my sister. I don't oops over every freaking curb. My poor sister. I throw her on the bus all the time. But you have to, what is it? What is it that you want out of this life? And maybe you don't know. And for me, it took alcohol and a whiteboard and my husband, okay? And I was his massive cheerleader for the longest time, and pushed him and pushed him and pushed him because I knew that he was going to be amazing at it. There's a steep climb, to learning here, but we've learned it together. Cash flow, taxes, and just business licenses and articles of incorporation. And I mean, I could go on and on and on about the things that I have learned over the course of however long that we've owned this. Okay, so 2019 is when we started the one company, and we took over in 2020 for the other business, but that business has been in business since 2003. So, but whatever. You have to choose the next good feeling thought. That's a quote from Gabby Bernstein, right? Okay. So if you can talk yourself out of all of the things that you want to do, right? Why not focus on the next good? What's a good reason to start it? I know. There are a lot of people out there that are naive, and they don't do the whole pros and cons, and they don't look at it as a negative light, okay? I'm not trying to say go in blind, but I'm saying stop talking yourself out of it, right? Try. I'm not saying quit your job tomorrow. Try. You want to make bracelets? Oh my God, one of my friends just started making earrings, and she was like, it was just so much fun. And I just sold my first pair, and it's like, go you. Like, it's not a job if it doesn't feel like it. Like, if you love what you do, why not? Sis, bro in the back, the one bro, always, hey homie. I am seriously it's so amazing to me how many people are perfectionist, or they are just negative, and they just all of the reasons why not to. Well, what's one reason why you should, right? Just one. Just give me one reason why you should, right? It's going to take you longer to think about the one reason why you should than it is to name 10 reasons why you shouldn't. Why is that? Sis, figure out that. Give me one reason why. Give me one reason why. I'm telling you, hone in on that, and it's going to be the fire in your belly to figure it out and to go forward. And that is your why. Take that, run with it. That feeling, oh, that's so good, right? It's going to be scary. It's going to give you anxiety. You don't know what the hell is next, and you don't know what you're doing, but you figure it out. It was scary taking those first steps when you didn't know how to walk too, right? Okay? I drink because I've been through a lot of shit in my life, but I drink because I celebrate all of the awesomeness too. There is a lot of shit right now. I've got so many shit sandwiches, it's not even freaking funny. But look, you're amazing, and you've got a why, and I don't know it. You've got a why, and you have to figure that out on your own. That's the homework. That's my homework for you. Ooh, homework time. What's your why? Figure it out. I'm here for it. You want to share it with me? That's cool. You can comment here, or you can send it in, an online inquiry, chaoticcompass.com. Let's go. Let's do this. Don't hold yourself back. Don't hold yourself back from happiness. Oh my gosh, you can point the finger in all the other direction too. Like, there was this one time my husband cheated on me, and I really didn't want to do anything, and now I'm afraid to love again. You are literally letting your ex-husband define that. I did that. I'm telling you, I've been through some shit, okay? I didn't think that I was worthy of being a good employee. I was just there to collect a check. That my brain cells didn't matter. Dude. The mind is a dark, dark place. It can be. It can be an awesome place. But there was this other quote, I can't remember who said it, but it was like, fear doesn't exist in the world. Think about it. It doesn't exist in the world. It only exists in your mind. Ooh. Don't let fear hold you back. Don't let that anxiety hold you back, sis. My one bro. Let's go. Let's do this, okay? Empower yourself. You got this. Figure out your why. And we're going to do this, okay? Let's rock it for next week. Cheers, you guys. Have a good night.